What is up, guys? It's Tyler Anderson from Tyler's Real Fishing on YouTube, and today we're coming to you guys with another episode on the LTV YouTube channel. Now, as you guys know, we make instructional videos based on rigging, retrieval, and location for each individual lure that you guys get in your monthly boxes. This month's lure is a Squarebill by MONSTERBASS called the Hammerhead. Super realistic Squarebill, awesome bait, let's catch some fish on it. So the rigging is fairly simple when talking about Squarebill crankbait fishing. You basically just take the crankbait out of the box, and I always switch out the hooks. Now, most crankbaits, besides a few companies, don't come with great stock hooks, so I always take the hooks off the bait and replace them with 4-aught Gamakatsu extra wide gap treble hooks. These things are incredibly sharp. I've never, bent out a single one of these hooks, so definitely replace the hooks is the first step. The next part of rigging is your rod, reel, and line setup. Now, it really determines what kind of cover you're fishing around. So if you're throwing your Squarebill around super thick trees and thick grass, that kind of stuff, you want to have somewhere between 15 and 20-pound fluorocarbon. And if you're fishing an open water pond like this with just a little bit of grass, I have 12-pound fluorocarbon on right here with a 7-foot Lew's crankbait rod. It is a medium action rod, and that's kind of important, and I'll explain that in a later part of this video. And also a Lew's BB1 Pro Series crankbait reel. Great setup to throw this Hammerhead Squarebill. Now, retrieval gets a little bit more complicated with a Squarebill. So like I said, you're gonna be fishing a whole lot of different scenarios. So today I'm in a pond that's mostly, mud bottom with a lot of hydrilla and milfoil. And so you wanna make sure you're reeling your Squarebill pretty slowly, just kind of like this, giving it a few jerks, and I'll explain those jerks here in a second. Oh my goodness, holy moly, that thing came out of nowhere. What? I was about to start giving another tip, and this thing absolutely destroyed it. What in the world? Wow, you can't script it better than that. That was incredible. I was kind of formulating my thoughts as to why you want to reel a Squarebill slowly over the grass. And this is exactly why, because those fish are sitting right on the edge waiting for a bait fish, a crawfish to come by, and they're gonna eat it like that. Well, guys, let's give this fish a quick release here and get back to the tips. So as I was saying, you want to kind of tailor how you work the Squarebill to the kind of cover you have. So if you have grass like this, you want to reel it right along the edge, and if it's kind of grass that gets to the top of the water, you want to reel it super slowly, as I was doing just there. And let's say you have wood. You want to use a term called worming, which is basically like moving a worm through the wood. You kind of want to reel the crankbait till you hit a branch, kind of lift it over, that kind of thing. And so that's what the process of worming is. And if you're on rocks, you really want to bang that Squarebill into those rocks and get a reaction bite from those fish. So one last quick tip about fishing Squarebill crankbaits, especially this one in the box, is that it is not a cast and wind bait. How many times have you looked in the water and seen a shad or a bluegill swimming around and it was just going like this? Yeah, the answer is never. They never do that. They always go slower, they kind of go off to the side, they speed up, they go faster. Every single bait fish out there has an erratic action, and so you rarely want to just reel a Squarebill or any crankbait back in. I love to kind of reel it about 3 or 4 times, give it a jerk, reel it a few more times, give it 2 jerks, really play around with it, whatever the fish want. I've had days where it's literally jerk reel, jerk reel, jerk reel. Those fish want it as aggressively as possible. So that's kind of how you retrieve the Squarebill crankbait. So a great place to throw this Hammerhead Squarebill is basically anywhere in your ponds and lakes. So in the springtime, bass will move up, they'll get ready to spawn. But as you can see right now, it's windy and we're about to get another cold front with some more rain. Here in Texas, we've had too many cold fronts to count. Oh, are you kidding me? Goodness gracious, this is... But I guess the cold front doesn't really matter because we're catching fish. But as we're talking here, these fish are moving up. I fished this bank about 20 minutes ago and got one tiny fish. And in the 15 minutes that the wind's been blowing upon this bank, these fish have been moving up. And wow, chunky, hopefully pond female fish getting ready to spawn. I can't get through these tips without catching a fish. Wow. So I keep getting rudely interrupted. I'm not gonna complain about that, but I love throwing the Squarebill around areas of transition. So from grass to mud bottom, from rock to wood, that kind of area, because fish love transitions. I've even caught fish in between the transition of sunny and shady, like the shady side of a dock. I've caught fish on that side. So that's basically where you want to throw your Squarebill, and of course any sort of structure you see in your pond, any curves, any bends, anything of that nature is where you're gonna catch those springtime Squarebill fish. So another crucial part of, as you guys can see, Squarebill fishing is that these fish will often hit it with extreme power. Like they'll come out of nowhere and nail this thing. Oh, I had a bite there. And so you want to make sure the medium rod has a super soft tip, because if you have a medium heavy rod or something like that, those fish are going to nail it and you're going to pull the hooks right out of their mouth. So you want to make sure you have a nice supple rod to throw the Squarebill. Oh my goodness. Dude, big one, big one. Or it felt like a big one. Right on that grass line as I was talking about. Oh yes, yes. Okay, where should I go? I'm gonna go down here. Follow me. Come on, good way to end the video right here. Oh, and he ate it. Oh, you swallowed that thing. This is, folks, how you want them to eat the squarebill when they get it down there. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Oh man, squarebill fishing in the springtime is an awesome way to catch fish, and you guys are lucky you got one like this in your lucky tackle box. We'll see you next time.